Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Daddy Brigade podcast. I'm Keith the Bearded Tank.
And I'm Zach the Tactical Gnome.
In this episode, we're going to go over some of home defense stuff. Like walking your property, knowing, having things laid out in the home a certain way, different deterrents you can put on, things you can do to get, to be prepared, and different things like that. The first thing you can go over is do regular perimeter checks. Check around the outside of your house, make sure a window's not open that shouldn't be open. I mean, you can do it from inside the house too with the windows and stuff. But walk around the property, make sure you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. If you've got bars on your windows, make sure go around and check those. Make sure none of them are loose, because somebody may have been poking around and loosened it up, just waiting for the right time. And when it's ready, you just yank them off and go. And if you don't check those on a regular basis, you're never going to know. I usually walk around my property. I have an acre right now, but I mean it's 71 feet wide by 600 some feet long. I don't walk all the way back into the woods. I will go around the front, make sure there's no oddball trash or something in my front yard. Like my sister-in-law was over one time and she smokes, and I was just walking around the front yard, and I'm like, oh, there's a cigarette butt in my front yard. None of us smoke. What the heck's going on? And then I was like, oh yeah, Sid was there. That's hers, because it was by where she was standing when she went outside to smoke. So just little things like that. I walk in the back, make sure there's no odd footprints out in the back field, because nobody goes back there but me usually. Like I had to go bury another ferret the other day. Oh. Yeah, Willow died.
Aww.
She was the youngest one too, but she had adrenal failure or something. So you just check for stuff like that. Make sure just making sure everything around your yard and outside the house doesn't have anything out of the ordinary, because that can indicate that somebody's been casing your property.
Oh yeah. Definitely always checking the doors, especially with my house, because it is right on a main route.
Yeah.
The front door doesn't open. Well, kind of does, kind of doesn't. I currently have it nailed, like 4 nails. Huh. I know, don't criticize me. It's like a 150-year-old farmhouse. But being that we both work, somebody's always leaving or coming or going. So like we're always outside, like when we're leaving, and when we have the animals, I'm always out kind of checking around, kind of checking stuff out. And really, I'm kind of the same way. I don't have a deep property.
Right.
You have a deep property and narrow, where I have
wide and shallow.
Wide and shallow. But then if you add in my family's property behind it, then it gets real deep.
Yeah. That'll be like the other property, because my 2 acres is in the middle of my dad's 150.
Well, that goes all the way into almost the next road.
Oh, jeez.
It's 92 acres.
And with that, the layout of things around the house, I've got a shed up at the one back corner, and it's nice because there's the playroom window right there, but that shed blocks access to that window. You can't get to the window. So if the kids for some reason open the window while they're playing and we don't realize it, I don't really got to worry too much about anything other than rain getting in the window.
Yeah.
But the sliding glass door, I always have, it's actually a dog crate that's folded up, because we had to upgrade the one puppy to a bigger crate, and it sits in there, and it only allows the door to open like 6 inches. So I have to move it when I let the dogs out and stuff. But that's knowing, I am kind of particular about where the bedrooms are. Like, we're all upstairs. Right now, it was the older girls downstairs at the bottom of the steps, which it bugged me a little bit, but that was kind of the way we had to lay it out because of how many people are in our tiny little house. But when we first moved in, our bedroom was in that downstairs bedroom, which is literally the doors. You looking at their door, there's like 5 inches of wall to the right of the door, and then it's the steps. It's all the bedrooms are all right there, and that was our bedroom because they're gonna come. You know, if anybody were to get in the house, like at night when we were sleeping, they would have to go by our room first before they'd have any access to the kids.
Yep.
And now we're all upstairs, which is, it's technically a 1.5 story, like a Cape Cod, I guess they call it. I don't remember the names for all the different designs and architectures of houses. But now it's all open upstairs. There's our room, and then the kids' room is on the other side of the steps, but it's open in between on the one side. So they have to come up the steps, and I sleep closest to the steps. If something were to happen or anything like that, I'm right there at the top of the steps, and they ain't gonna get past me without me being dead. So, and that's another thing that we'll get into in a little bit. But knowing that with the layout, then you can come to Deterrents, which includes exterior lighting, even landscaping comes into a play with that. If you've got a big line of bushes real close to windows, somebody's can hide behind the bushes and watch for the window, and you're not going to see.
That's why, like, if you notice, I have one bush on the corner.
Yeah.
And really, other than that, there's no bushes, and that's really not a bush. It's like a tree thing. I don't know what the heck to call it. Now, the only problem is this side, the side of our house, looking out the kitchen window, there's a bunch of trees, but like that goes right into my neighbor's yard.
Right.
So
yeah.
I mean, you have to have a little bit of privacy, but at the same time, like I can see through that.
The limbs are high, and you want something like, you don't want too many low bushes because they'll.
Or just plant a bunch of thorny ass rose bushes.
Yeah, you could plant a natural fence, Osage orange. It's like a bush, and it's really viney. It's not viney, but it's got lots of spines, and you grow it out like the first year, and then bend it over and dig it into the ground a little bit right there, and just do it in arches, and as it grows up into a big natural fence.
Oh, nice.
And it sucks to go through. I'm not gonna lie, been through it. Actually, wild ones out of my dad's.
I mean, we could do like the British did, and make the hedgerows, like the hedgerows that all fought through.
Anywho, but yeah, make sure landscaping is not too thick that people can hide through. Lots of outside lighting. I have a motion.
For that matter, just don't do landscaping.
Yeah, I really don't. I hardly ever even mow my yard. It gets mowed like once a month.
Oh wow.
But I don't mind.
I do at least mow my grass, but I hate. My wife does all the landscaping. I hate landscaping.
Yeah.
Like I hate planting flowers and trees.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Trees maybe, but
I'll plant
I hate
a garden.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to plant stupid, useless, ornamental crap.
Yeah, the wife does.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever.
Hey, if she wants to do it, more power to her. But I won't do it. But lots of light. I've got a motion sensor light out above my garage, which my house is literally, the house is 25 feet wide, the bathroom's 15, and then the garage is like 12. So that front, the big floodlight that I put up there, it's motion censored. I mean, a freaking rabbit in the front yard will set it off. I had to tweak the sensitivity.
The setting down,
because it was getting obnoxious. But I'm also in the process of trying to figure out how I can run a dummy light, not a dummy light, but auxiliary light off of it to where it lights up a small light bulb in my bedroom, like at night. So when it kicks on, because now that I've got it set, there's not a lot that kicks it on. It's not a large object, like person size or bigger. So if something kicks it on, I can look right out the front window, right above my headboard, and look out in the front and see what's going on. But I can't. I want something to alert me up there because the light.
Hook it to an alarm clock. You know.
Oh no! My wife would kill me. My kids would kill me. Yeah.
Like the old thing, like with all the bells, like ding 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 ding.
Yeah. Oh. But I want to put. They have the solar powered. But I want to put a solar powered LED. They have them for like $15 on Amazon, but they're like that big, and they put out some light. Put one on the pine tree at the end of my driveway, facing towards the house, and I want to put one on the back shed, pointing towards the house. I want to put one above the sliding glass door. That will pretty much light up all of my area that I need to see. Because I mean, out behind the shed, it's just a field, and if they get on this side, the house side of the shed, I'm gonna see them.
Yeah. Like with ours, if you see, we have the big one out back there, and those got LED bulbs. I got to re-aim it, but I did have it set up to where I had one in the driveway and one out back. And then we just have the typical little old porch front light.
Yeah.
But I'm not real, like, being that we have the big street lights right there.
Yeah. See, I don't have
from the street. But I do want to put like a post light somewhere out where we park the cars.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you now, don't get one of the typical ones you see on the post. It's like on the power pole that comes out, the big light. They hum.
Oh yeah, I know.
Real bad. I hate it. We got one down at the other house.
See, I grew up out at the farm with one, and it never bothered me.
It doesn't really. If
and I
I'm
guess
not
that
outside,
one didn't really.
whatever,
I guess that one really didn't hum a lot.
That one down there hums, and it doesn't really bug me a whole lot unless I'm, sitting outside enjoying the dark, looking at the stars, kind of thing. Because I shut off every breaker on that property. That light did not shut off. Yeah, so I'm like, So I'm gonna put one up that's gonna be on its own circuit, so I can flip it off if I want to. Like, cause Stevie likes to go out and look at the stars. We're gonna get her a telescope when we move down there.
Oh, nice.
So that but with that light, it makes it harder to see. I mean, there's not a lot of light pollution down there.
Yeah.
But with that one, it makes it a little difficult. So I want to make it to where it can shut off, so she can do her stargazing thing. But yeah, lighting is definitely a big deterrent. A well-lit property is a lot less likely to...
Shoot, there's a house over by Levi's school. Somebody's got to be a millionaire to own the place. But, like, their lighting is flipping ridiculous.
The guy that invented the Bowflex lives out on Tippecanoe Road.
Yeah, I know that guy. That house is badass.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I heard there's a waterfall in the middle of that house.
I don't know. You can't see through the block or the stone fence that's up around the
stone metal.
property. Yeah.
Like friggin' this fence.
And you're not scaling that fence.
This fence looks like something out of like Mad Max. Some of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. There's.
But no, this is over off of the same road that the.
It's on Herbert.
Not Herbert.
Herbert or Turner's, the two right there. Turner runs this way over to Palmyra, and Herbert runs right past Old North.
Okay, then whatever. Well, I go the back way. Whatever road that the career center's on.
That's Palmyra.
Okay, yeah, it's on Palmyra, but down past Herbert.
Okay. Well, Turner would come out, so it's down past.
That's Turner.
I'm trying to think.
But it's
that's
off,
where I've been working.
But it's off the left there.
Okay, on the left.
And it is crazy looking. I mean,
is it before the cemetery at Gulp?
It's past that.
It's past Gulp?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I
down.
haven't been out that way in a long time. That one that's got the real windy ass long driveway. That's.
Oh yeah, it's way down there.
Okay.
But like it's a beautiful house, but man, they're all LED.
Yeah.
And
that's the only way to go anymore. LED.
They're super white, and I'm just like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But now their only problem is it's floor-to-ceiling windows in the front of the house.
Yeah. I hate it now.
It almost looks like an office building, I thought, but it's a house.
That's nifty. Yeah, I don't like floor-to-ceiling windows. My front door kind of drives me nuts because it's 8 panes from the bottom to the top. So, I mean, getting through the glass and unlocking the door. Granted, we have the handle that locks and then the deadbolt, which is an ancient deadbolt.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have a key for it. So, it doesn't...
Like mine, I want to do... We're going to replace, hopefully with taxes this year, maybe. But front door, back door, and side door. Fronts are getting solid wood doors. Now, granted, when I say solid wood door, folks, I mean the construction is solid wood. Yes, I'm still going to have glass in them. Some, like that one, I may put a little bit of glass in. This one, I'll probably have a little bit of glass. The side door is getting a steel man door. But the construction itself is solid wood, not the fiberglass. Yes, they're more expensive. Yes, they're harder to find. But they're worth it because...
Yeah. I mean, security reasons.
Yeah. They're very hard to kick in.
Yeah. Another thing you can put on with those, have you seen the Door Devil?
Yeah. The Door Devil or the anti-kick.
Yeah, the anti-kick plates and stuff you can put in. I mean, you don't even have to do that. If you just, instead of using those tiny-ass little screws that they send you, take out at least one in each hinge and put in a 3-inch.
Yeah. Or just put all 3-inch.
Well, yeah, you could do all 3-inch. I mean...
Overkill!
Yeah, well, I mean, protecting your feelings, nothing's overkill. I mean, aside from maybe take barbed wire, razor wire,
razor concertina wire. I mean,
that might be a little overkill.
It's maybe crossed my mind.
Oh, I know.
You know, with guard towers and dogs, and you know, remote access fences and remote weapon systems. You know all that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah. You know they have open source automated turret software. For paintball.
Right. Now we just have to figure out where I can get, like, you know, a couple remote weapon source, open source weapons for, like, you know, a 1919 or, you know, a 240 Bravo or a Dillon Arrow or...
Yeah.
Dream Guns, folks. Dream Guns. That's an episode coming up, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Another, I mean... for deterring, I mean, even if you don't have an alarm system, which is great if you have an alarm system,
get a sticker.
Yeah, you can get stickers to put on the windows. You can get those little signs, put it out in the yard. Somebody sees that, they're going, they got to, nope. You know,
and please don't be that guy. Yes, I know they're cool. Please don't be that guy that says, no, we don't dial 911. Or the trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again.
Yeah.
Even though it's funny and some of it's truthful.
I mean, I'm going to put one of those up in my office just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
but
here.
Like on the outside, nah. I mean, put up, even if you don't have a dog, which we have 3 dogs, that if any little thing moves or opens
I have a sheep.
Yeah.
I have
my dogs
sheep.
Go ballistic anytime anybody comes through the door, even if it's freaking me.
Yeah.
And it just... The puppies drive me nuts, but
my
pit bull, she's vocal and she's the best dog you'd ever come around. But if she doesn't know you or she feels threatened, you best believe she's on high alert. Like the kids were out playing out back, and she was out back with them. And my neighbor, because occasionally they'll walk across the back by the shed, because he's friends with a guy that's not the next house on the other side of us. But the next house.
So 2 houses.
Yeah, which, I mean, like I said, my property is only 70 feet wide. The neighbor's is about the same. So he'll walk across our backyards just to go talk to him when he's out in his big shop in the back. Which I don't really care. Walk across my yard. I know you're there. Yeah, and, you know, he's got trails that he cut in the woods in the back, so he rides his four-wheeler on. Any trees he cuts down, he mulches them up and puts them on there, the trails, and they walk through the woods back there. And, you know, when we had chickens, one of them got loose. I don't know how it got out, but it was back there in his woods. And Stevie went over and asked, he's like, do you care if we go on the trails to look for this chicken? He's like, no, come through anytime you want. So if he walks across my backyard once a month to go talk to the neighbor, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But he went to walk across the yard to go talk to his friend, and she... like immediately, all hair on her was standing up straight, ears. I mean, she was starting to growl. And like, Rosie, knock it off. It's just Dickie. and then she's fine.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he got to like where the property line is, one step onto her property, like that.
Wow.
She was up and ready. Like, dogs are definitely a good deterrent.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do want to get a nice, good guard dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what yet.
I mean, any dog, period, because the noise. If they see you have a dog, they're like, okay, well, that's a chance that a dog's going to start barking and alert somebody. Criminals are like water. They take the path of least resistance. So if your neighbor is oblivious, doesn't, have anything in order.
This is normal criminals. We're not talking about somebody that's got like
we're not talking
severe ill intent, which
Yeah.
we'll get into here.
Yeah. If your neighbor has no lighting outside, no nothing, no dogs, no nothing, and you've got a well-lit front yard, a dog, a little alarm sign, he's going to go for your neighbor before he goes for you. Even if you don't have a dog, put up a beware dog sign in your window. That's a little thing that's going to make them think, oh, well, they have a dog.
Watch out for sniper cat.
Yeah. We have carpet sharks. Ferrets.
Yes.
They're not really good for much in that manner, but the one that just died used to literally run across the house just to bite my toes.
Oh.
So at least my toes are safe.
Yes.
It sucks because, Stevie loves her ferrets, but my toes are safe.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. But something else we've actually heard on the Sheepdog Project podcast, the 3M anti-shatter film.
Yes, for the windows.
Put that on your windows. I mean, it's going to take them...
Let me see here. I can look it up.
Yeah,
it's not cheap, but I've been looking it up.
I forget. I found it on Amazon for like $100, but I can't remember how big the roll was. It was 3 feet by something. I don't remember. But that... So if they took a baseball bat to your window, that film will hold your window together. It's like the laminate layer in between your car windows, in the middle of your car windows, because car windows are technically 3 layers. There's glass, vinyl, laminate, and then glass again. That's why when it does break, it breaks in little pieces, instead of into big shards that are going to cut you.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure if that's the right one, but...
That's Gordon Glass. That's a 6.5 foot roll. No, the one I found on there was actually 3M. I want to say it was like a 90 foot. Yeah, so that's a different brand too. I don't remember. I found it, and it was actual 3M film. Yeah, it was like $99.95 or something for a 3 foot by, not 90 foot. Maybe it was like 30 foot. It was a decent sized roll for $100. But I mean, with that stuff, you get the 8 mil. They have like 8 mil, 4 mil, and 2 mil thick. You get the thick stuff. They have to freaking take a chainsaw to your window to get through it.
Yeah, yeah, unless it's, and by then you're gonna know if they're coming through your window with a quickie saw.
Yeah. Another thing that goes with that, if somebody were to come past your deterrents, then it would come into play what weapons you have in the house.
Well, really, what would you do in that instance? You get the wife and kids in a secure location.
Yeah, what to do, where to go in your house. Like, my house is tiny. I don't have a lot of places I can go, but I do have it's not like lock and key, panic room secure, but it's secure enough that you wouldn't know we're there if we went in there. Because, like I said, my house is 1.5 stories, so it's got extra space behind some of the walls upstairs that work great, and the access is covered, and you wouldn't know it was there. But you got to make sure that everybody knows, hey, if somebody were to break through the, because we have a big sliding glass door in the back, which drives me absolutely bad. I'd rather have French doors.
Yeah.
But the sliding glass door, if somebody were to break through that, what's the first thing you do? I mean, where do you go? That would be where we would go. I would get all the kids and Stevie into there, access where my weapons are stored, which is close to the same access, and set and be prepared. I mean, and that, the way my house is set up to get upstairs where we are, I mean, it's a funnel, like the, what do they call it, the fatal funnel?
The fatal funnel.
In my house, it's the steps, because to get upstairs, the steps are like literally in the very middle of the house, and they come up right into the middle of the bedrooms upstairs, and the access is real close to that, and I can see right down the steps, and if somebody tries to come up there, well, they ain't gonna make it up.
Yeah, see, and that's kind of the same for me, because of our steps come up to a landing and then turn and come up to our bedrooms and stuff. So basically, for me, it's get to that landing, and then, you know, like, past, if they get past me, it's, you know, the wife's got the 12 gauge and everything upstairs.
And another thing that's good for me, from the top of the steps, where they would, if they came in through the front door, the sliding glass doors at the bottom of the steps, I can see to the front wall in the reflection. Yeah. But they can't see up the steps. Yeah. So that gives me a good line of sight to be ready, and I can see, if I can see them coming, and I, you know, that kind of thing.
That's the nice thing, is because we have the old banister with the rails, so all I have to do is just set right there.
Yep. So, you know, you got to have the plan set out that everybody knows what to do, you know, where they need to go. I mean, and you can practice it like a fire drill. Yeah. You know, with a fire drill in the house, you got to know where you're going. Say the fire's in the kitchen. Are you going to try and go through the kitchen and go out the back door? No. I would probably go out the side door.
I'd probably go out through the kitchen.
Well,
just, you know, I'm pretty fireproof.
We all think that until we get burned. You know, I mean, just have that plan set. It's just like everything else. Be prepared. Sound like a Boy Scout. Be prepared. Because that is the Boy Scout motto. But, I mean...
Be prepared.
You know, but being prepared is actually being a responsible adult. I mean, you need to be ready for things if you got a family to be able to take care of your family. But, and then, you know, practice it. I mean, you don't have to do it once a week, once a month. Do it every 6 months.
Yeah. Especially practicing, like, with the movements and where you're going to go, and, you know...
And even if it's, you know, when if you're sitting at the table, like I sit at the kitchen table or the dining room table with my oldest and help her with her homework. When she gets finished with her homework, we go, okay, so what do you do if if somebody breaks in the front door when we're in bed? Just quiz them every now and then. Now, you know, my younger ones probably wouldn't retain too much. Leah understands.
And see, that's the thing. You also got to take into account their age and everything, because I have like a soon-to-be 5-year-old, so...
Yeah, I mean, work on it with them at their level. Like I said, my oldest could probably retain it. But the younger 3, obviously the 1-year-old's not going to retain nothing. He's just grab and go. He's like a Happy Meal. Grab and go.
Speaking of which, where did he go? He just walked through
He's dragging stuff around through there. And then, you know, if you were building a new house... like we're working on the one down there, we're going to be adding on. There will be a quote-unquote panic room. It's not going to be a freaking vault, but it's going to be...
Gun vault!
Yeah. Set up to where it's got the fatal funnel to go through there. You know, before you get to it, there's going to be different, you know, like different rooms you got to go through before you can get there, that kind of thing. But it's going to be easily accessed from the bedrooms.
Yeah, because like when I redo some stuff, there's going to be some stuff redone, which I won't go into detail of everything, because, well, I don't want you people to know.
Right. But I mean, set up that room, even if it's just essentially, you know, a good room of the house that you can set back to be your fallback point.
Yes. Also, the other thing is a biometric safe for like in your bedroom. Just to store a handgun in, or like the one I'm looking at. It's a small vertical safe.
The Voltec, that new one that they have.
No, actually, it's actually big. It's big enough to hold a shotgun. Like you could put in either an AR or a shotgun.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like, it's not super expensive. I want to say it's made by, I forget who it's made by, but it's like $200.
Oh wow.
And it's super thin. Like you can put it in a closet, or like it's super.
I've seen the one. It just covers like the receiver. And it's
no,
got
this is a legit safe, like with a door. You press it and it pops open. You can have your shotgun and a pistol in there, or
nice.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody's situation is different. Your routines are going to be different, but the important thing is to have those. Make sure, you know, even if it's when you go out to check the mail, you walk one way up the driveway and walk back around the other side of the yard or something like that, for doing your perimeter checks. I mean,
you okay, Bob?
You have to. He's just tired. He wants you to come.
Yeah.
We're busy, buddy. Sorry, my littlest one's being a goober.
He's got the hiccups.
Yeah, he's got the hiccups too. But situational awareness. I mean, you have to be aware, know when things are out of the ordinary. I can't tell you how many people that are just oblivious to everything. Especially, the new age, the younger generation, they're always buried in their phone no matter where they're going. Now, I'm not saying don't have a phone, you know, a cell phone, don't look on your phone or anything. But if you're out and about, you know, waiting in line at the BMV or something, you know, because God knows you're going to be waiting there for forever. But don't have your head buried that you're not.
I love how everybody says, "Oh, I gotta wait forever at the BMV." Every time I've gone there, the longest I've had to wait, and that was actually at the title office.
Oh yeah.
Was 30 minutes. Anytime I've gone to the BMV to get a license or something, or like tags, it's been like 5 minutes in and out.
And up here for me, I mean, because it's been half hour, 45 minutes, but I mean,
you are a suspicious looking person.
Yeah, I know. Friggin' Carl said my profile picture on Facebook makes me look like a terrorist minus the towel. I'm like, what? I don't know, but like down, but yeah, I mean, don't be buried in your phone all the time. I mean, you just keep an eye out for, you know, watch people. If somebody new walks in, look at them. Like, that's when I'm out and we're in a restaurant or whatever, I never sit with my back to the door. And
no.
Stevie knows it.
Yeah, I prefer not to. Sometimes I
sometimes
don't get that choice,
no
but I prefer not to. But I also have a primary exit, a secondary exit, and a tertiary exit.
Yeah.
Which I think you seen that on Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
I don't always go out to eat, but when I do.
Yeah. I have a primary, secondary, and a tertiary exit. But I mean,
and my pistol taped under the table.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just all about being aware of your surroundings, being prepared with, you know, your property, knowing what's normal on your property, which normal is relative. But you just got to make sure you're aware and take the little bit of time to double check things, make sure things are in order. Have deterrents, have well lit area. But I mean, it's all about being aware of your property and your surroundings. This is about your home. Know what's set up certain ways at your home. What's abnormal, you know, keep an eye out, you know, see if things are something, a piece of yard furniture or, my kids' toys. If the kids haven't been outside playing and something's moved, I'm going to notice and be like, huh, did it get windy? Windy enough to move? Like, we got this little plastic playhouse.
Yeah.
Was it windy enough that it would move? Because that's happened before. I've watched it move across the backyard. No.
We had our trampoline got thrown across the road. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just noticing when things are not right. And then fixing what's not right. To where it's safe, and it's something that you check. And it's about getting into the routine of making sure, you do those things. Make sure, you're protecting. This is all about protecting you and your family. I mean, if you're not going to put importance on that.
Yeah. I guess because with the holidays and we've got all the kids here and everybody's kind of getting a little cranky because it is late.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a brief summary. I guess we can come back we'll go into further depth on everything.
Yeah.
Because it'll probably be, maybe we can have our other flipping co-host on.
Yeah. And probably when we get back to this, it will have video to go with it.
Yes.
Because we have another source set up with that. I did the YouTube channel.
Oh, we have a YouTube channel?
Yes. It's not going to show up if you search for it. It's not going to show up if you search for it yet because there's no content on it. That's part of the other platform. If we're posting with that, we'll automatically put it onto.
So we're taking bets on how long it takes us to get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to sit there and rack my Glock 19 the entire time to see how long it takes me to get kicked off of YouTube. Yeah. And occasionally I'll point the gun at the internet, just to hurt somebody's feelings.
With a clear chamber, though.
Yes.
Because I don't want a hole in my computer.
But don't worry.
No. The new website setup is thedaddybrigadepodcast.wordpress.com. We don't have the domain name locked in yet. So as of right now, it's on there as that. Which will have show notes and stuff put up on the blog post that's associated with this episode. And it'll be posted up on CastBox. We're also on Spreaker now. I will be uploading all of the previous episodes on there along with this one, so everything will be up to date.
And then soon to be on iTunes once we get everything on that.
Once everything, all that's all set, we'll be on
CastBox.
iTunes too. So we'll be on
pretty much all of them.
Yeah,
Spotify, I think, because I think that links to all of them.
I believe I can get it on Spotify with that one. It might be one of the higher plans.
Either way, okay.
There's like two different platforms.
Okay, either way.
Either way, it'll be on there, like SoundCloud. I'll put links and everything in the blog post on the website with all those other links. Yeah, Instagram, which it is linked on the Facebook. There's the little Instagram logo at the top.
And the Book of Face.
Yep, and the Book of Face is on there. We will also, shortly after the new year, we'll have a Patreon put up.
Yes.
If you have ideas for what you want to see for Patreon contributions, go to the website, thedaddybrigadepodcast.wordpress.com. Click the contact link at the top and send us a little comment there. Tell us what you'd like to see in there. That way we can get things rolling with that. Do you have anything else?
Do I have anything else? Like I said earlier, real quick there, this is like kind of just a brief thing because, it is the holidays. The kids are kind of getting cranky tonight.
Yep.
So probably, that was my little one. Probably what we'll do is we'll consider this the intro to home defense, and then the next episode will be our legit episode, and we can get into it. That will be... Are we going to try to record one next week?
We can try. I mean,
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll have to see there. But other than that, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays,
Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
There you go. Happy Honda Days to you car dealership people. And if we don't get another episode recorded, Happy New Year's.
Yep.
Enjoy all that and the parties. Deck the halls, not your family.
Yep. Just if you're traveling, like I know I will be traveling for like the next
Same here.
5 days.
I'll be traveling to and from work.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, well, somebody's got to protect America.
Yep. Stay safe, drive safe, and hopefully it doesn't get too cold. So, I mean, you can stay frosty, but not too frosty.
But frosty.
But frosty. Yes. With that, I'm Keith the Bearded Tank.
And I'm Zach the Tactical Gnome.
Data Brigade,
Out.